Welcome back to a new episode of the 6 a.m. Club where we start our day inspired. Today, we're diving into something that I think a lot of us need to hear, especially as we're getting closer to the end of the year. There is this quote that says, "When writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen." It's such a powerful reminder that ultimately we're the authors of our own lives. It's easy to fall into patterns shaped by others, whether it's expectations, past experiences, or even pressure to follow a particular path. Today, we're going to be exploring how to take back the pen and become the author of your own story. Let's talk about taking ownership, breaking free from what's holding us back, and creating a life that truly reflects who we are. I have to say that when I saw this quote, it really resonated with me because I use this analogy of being the author of your life all the time. If you know me, you know that I look at every year as a book with 12 chapters. And I get to write what is in the pages of that book. Every month, I pick a title for that chapter, and that dictates kind of my North Star for that particular month of the year. So, when I saw this quote, I knew I had to talk about it here on the 6 a.m. Club. So, let's get started. First, let's reflect. Who currently holds the pen in your story? Is it you, or are you letting others like family or society or your boss or even your past fears to write parts of it? Sometimes we don't realize we're heading control over. Maybe it's letting someone else's expectations guide your choices. Or sometimes it's avoiding a path that you really want to explore because you're afraid of what others might think. In any case, it's important to ask yourself, am I living in a way that is true to me, or am I simply following what's being outlined for me by others? Take a moment to recognize this because it's only when we're aware that we can begin to make a change, like anything else in life. If you're feeling out of alignment, know that you have the power to redirect your story. So, how do you take back the pen? Well, it starts by identifying what you truly want in life. Sometimes we let fear or doubt or the desire to please others hold us back. But today, I want you to give yourself permission to own your dreams and your desires. Reclaiming your power means setting boundaries and redefining what truly matters to you. Maybe that's for you, your career, or it's a relationship, or your lifestyle. It can feel uncomfortable, but think of it like this. Every boundary you set, every no you give to something that is misaligned is a yes to yourself. And here's a tip. Start small. Take one decision you usually would let someone else influence and make it your own. And gradually, you'll build your confidence and you start taking control of your life, and it will feel more natural. Now, let's talk about embracing your unique story. Often, we compare our lives to others and feel like we need to follow the same script. But what if your story is meant to be different? Think about the qualities and the passions that make you you. Maybe your journey isn't a straight line, or maybe doesn't fit the traditional mold, and that is okay. Embracing your unique path means celebrating your uniqueness, your interest, and the things that light you up. Your story doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be authentic. Sometimes the part that seem messy or unconventional are what makes it powerful. When you embrace your uniqueness, you become more resilient and less influenced by what others expect. To really take control of your story, you also need to challenge the beliefs that might be holding you back. These limiting beliefs often come from sometimes past experiences or things that we've internalized over time, like thinking you're not good enough or that it's too late to make a change. Ask yourself, what stories have you been telling yourself that are no longer true? Recognize that these beliefs are just stories, not facts. Rewrite them to align them to your goals and your vision. Instead of telling yourself, I'm not capable, try, I'm learning and growing every day. Instead of, it's too late, maybe remind yourself that any moment can be the turning point. This mental shift can empower you to pursue what really matters and see setbacks as just part of the process, not the end of your story. As we wrap up, I want you to remember that the power to write your life story is entirely within your hands. It's okay if you have let others hold the pen before. What matters is what you're choosing to do now, that you're choosing to take it back now. I want to challenge you this week to take one small action towards writing the story in your own terms. Maybe it's setting a new boundary. Maybe it's letting go of an expectation or simply reflecting on your vision for the future. The journey to taking control of your story is an ongoing one, but every step that you take is a powerful one. So thank you so much for joining me today on the 6 a.m. Club. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend or tag me in social media with one thing that you're doing to take back control. I hope that you have an amazing week, and I can't wait to see you again for another episode of the 6 a.m. Club.